Are we still just jet lagged from Nerd Bowl?
I mean, no. I moved about 1.5 tons of concrete today, so I'm fucking wiped.
Okay. You gonna be able to pick those dice up?
They're heavy.
Mm-hmm.
They are heavy.
He's got they're a whole half ounce of acrylic.
Now, speaking of dice, Noob gave me something at Nerd Bowl. Our buddy Will, who recently passed away, he had this tendency. Whenever a dice treated him poorly, or he imagined that it treated him poorly, he would fling it as hard as he could across the room. And just the most epic fit of rage. So he did that at one Nerd Bowl, and Noob was like, I'm keeping that. So he then brought back, and this is what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
It was the first Nerd Bowl.
The first Nerd Bowl back in 2016, 17, I don't know, a decade ago.
Yeah.
And he, Noob held on to the die, and he gave it back to me, and it was really touching. And I have that now.
Well, I'm glad you touched each other.
Yes, thank you, Noob, for touching me.
You should wash your hands.
No,
Get rid of all that flavor?
he,
like
he
the
already,
musk.
he already licked them clean.
Oh.
Y'all did it. That's
Arnold
awesome.
Sharnold musk.
Well, once again, the real winner of Nerd Bowl is Matt's wife, banana pudding.
It's the only banana pudding I like.
It's so good.
And all the food was good.
Ended up with a
Why
whole tray.
are you
There's
eating
so
his
much
wife's
food.
banana pudding?
Well, I left most of it there.
You did.
Yeah.
A whole tray's worth. A hotel pan.
Yeah.
And Matt does that whenever he comes with banana pudding. There's one for the party, and then there's one you keep.
She says, how many do I need to make? Just two. Just make two.
I'm throwing a party tomorrow, so if you could just
Oh, that banana pudding's gone.
And even if it's not, which it's not completely gone yet, I'm not. No, that's mine now.
I want a freshman.
No, it gets better every day because those little chest cookies on the top are like
Chest milk.
Yeah.
they're
I like
absorbing.
it just so crisp.
They're still crisp, but they're absorbing the banana essence. I think.
Banana.
Yeah. It's definitely better. About two, 3 days after it's made, it's about the best, I think.
We had such a big spread this time. I never even got a chance to put Noob's meat in my mouth, which
Okay,
everybody raved about.
Now you're trying.
It was really good.
The turkey.
Yeah, that's.
Wait, you didn't eat any of that turkey?
It was like a chicken. It was very small. I didn't want to take. the
It's hard to
whole
find
breast
turkeys
for
in
myself.
fucking the middle of February.
Of all the shit to eat that day that you were supposed to eat, turkey was the only thing. That was the only thing that we raved about since Thanksgiving. That you were like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm going to get to trust about." You didn't eat any of the turkey.
If Noob had sliced it, carved it, and set it aside,
don't
I
blame
would
Noob
have.
for your slack acidness.
I didn't want to eat the entire turkey breast.
Why not?
It's how it
Your
was.
problem.
Pussy.
You could have, just cut a piece off and eaten it. You could have not had. The,
It was so
the breast.
tender, you could have used 2 forks, but you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. I ate the ziti and the tacos.
I'm sad about the tacos because I only got one right before it was over, and I wanted more.
They were
so
really good.
They were really good.
So
I wanted
good.
to eat so much more, but I couldn't.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I ran out of space in my belly before I ran out of space on the plate.
I never eat enough at those things.
Last time I didn't eat enough because I replaced all that space with alcohol and ended up barking at a dog.
Okay.
Hey, roll that clip.
I don't want to eat after I start drinking. And so, if I don't eat before I start drinking, then it's a wrap.
That's it.
I don't like to eat in front of people because I don't want them to see how my mouth opens
Also
up
that.
like a predator.
What?
I don't
We don't
want
wanna
them to
see
see
that
my
either.
mandibles.
I
wanna
don't
see
recall
it.
that.
Rex was in the corner.
Just
It's moments like these, I'm glad that I don't care what other people think. I didn't realize, when I was a younger person and dated, that girls wouldn't order like chicken wings or ribs because they didn't want to eat those in public. And that thought had never crossed my mind.
Yeah,
That is a messy food. People can see me eat it. It's just me and the wings at this point. The rest of the world ceases to exist.
But you know what? You got
Ranch comes in, it breaks into the reality with the teriyaki wings, but everything else is gone.
Your solipsism is in full force at that point.
Yeah.
I don't care if people watch me Zoidberging away on fucking wings.
I'd never considered. I think it was my brother's now wife. We went to Wings, like Wings Zone or Wings and Ale or
Wingstop.
Some kind of wing bar place, and she got like boneless wings. I was like, those are just chicken nuggets. Why didn't you just get chicken wings? Like, you wanted to come here. I don't want to eat wings in public. Why?
Also,
is it a shame food? Did you shamefully eat wings in the privacy of your own home?
Also, boneless wings aren't bad. They're chicken nuggets, but hey, I'm
Just
still
call them
eating
chicken nuggets.
There's too much breading on boneless wings.
Bready bullshit. It's like it's a lie.
nugget.
It's a lie.
Mhm.
No,
I eat them when I'm lazy. I don't want to deal with the bones.
I never want to deal with the bones. I am a lazy person to my core. That's another reason that I didn't want to mess with Noob's turkey, because it had bones in
More
it.
excuses.
And
More
that-
Not the breast. Not the breast. The breast didn't have any fucking bones in it.
Did it not? Oh,
No.
damn
Yeah,
it.
nice excuse. Any more?
The next
But-
day, I ate that turkey breast cold out the fridge, just like it was a sandwich. I just picked it up, and I was expecting bone and never found it.
I took a drumstick home with me. That could have been yours, Frakes, but no.
It's dark meat. I don't like dark meat. But I wanted to give props to Toker steak kebabs,
That's good.
which most people will put some vegetable in between the meat. Not Toker. It was just a straight stick of meat.
Mm-hmm.
It was perfect.
I want that on my tombstone.
just a straight stick of meat. The Caroline's mom, she does these Filipinos pork skewers, and it's just meat. And I was like, oh yeah, why fuck around with bell peppers? It's just in the way. It's just taking up It's just taking up real estate on that skewer. Plus, I stole all that meat from the restaurant that closed. So I had to pay for it. All that shrimp and steak, that was from a failing business.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad
I know people that have done that
That's
before
good.
and thrown big cookouts for their staff.
Mm-hmm. I'm not ashamed to admit that when I was overpaying to go to Johnston Wales before I broke out, I stole a lot of food from that culinary institute. And I was not alone. So if you're going to come after me, I got names. I'll give the rest of you up too.
Also, fuck those people.
Well,
Fuck
some of them are high-ranking officials now somewhere, I'm sure. Just
I
leave me
pay all
alone.
that. I pay tuition. As far as I'm concerned, that food's mine.
In
Well-
2002, it was $18,000 a year if you didn't live on campus to go to that school. Yeah, I'm fucking taking some chicken home.
Yeah,
Happening.
fuck them.
Well, I will give a shout out to someone who will remain nameless for the deviled eggs,
Why remain nameless?
because those were taken from their job.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't. You made them.
He made
Yes, he made them from eggs that he took from his job.
Oh, he runs that place. It's fine.
Yeah, when you run it, you're allowed to take shit. Also, taking eggs from a breakfast place is like fucking.
Dude, not anymore. Eggs are goddamn expensive now.
Not his
See,
eggs. We had a conversation
yeah,
about this last week. Is that like the farm fresh eggs they get are cheaper than the ones at the grocery store now?
Oh.
Yeah, we can get we got
So
a
he's got
farmer
the
that drops
egg
off
hookups?
eggs.
Yeah, like he goes to like if you're
Go
in
to-
Charleston, go to Daps downtown and eat there. They've got a farm where they get their pig fucking pork from. They've got an egg guy. It's not the grocery store, and he makes some really cool fucking food down there.
I'm gonna go in there and order a dozen and a half uncooked eggs. Here's a carton.
I just get 18 eggs for $5, please.
My boss, I just bought eggs, and I was flabbergasted at the price from the grocery store. And then the next day, my boss brought me 18 eggs. Well, 17 eggs, because one of them fell out of the carton and onto his laptop while he was bringing them in. Which
Gooey.
that sucked. But it was just kind of funny. I was like, I just spent, $15 for these eggs, and now I have all these new fresh eggs. Thanks, boss.
Yeah, there's probably someone around you that has chickens that have way too many eggs.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 6 chickens, they each lay an egg a day. That's a half dozen eggs a day. I ain't eating 6 eggs a day.
I'd get chickens if all my sister's fucking dogs would die.
There's a way to make that happen.
I'm not gonna murder dogs.
No, it's the ASPC.
Hey,
I'll murder them for you.
I'm not gonna narc on dogs. Those are like 2 of my biggest no-nos.
narking
dog
and dogs.
Yeah, no narking, no murder if possible.
Just specifically on dogs, though.
Yeah, fuck
All right.
people.
Yeah.
Let's take all the dog's teeth.
What about feral dogs?
Here
Here in Jacksonville, we got a bad feral dog problem.
Do you really?
Yeah,
We got a feral
What does
cat
that
problem
mean?
here.
I don't know what that means.
that
It's
means
wild
that
dogs.
there's just wild dogs.
But they're not like wolves.
No,
No, it's still a dog. It's just its mannerisms become feral.
I just imagine these like packs of dogs like roaming the streets and
It's like
Yeah.
12
Like
chihuahuas.
crime.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
100% what it is.
Packs
Really?
of dogs that,
that's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Like a lot of time you see a dog in the street and you think, oh, somebody's dog got loose. But no, that's not what this is. You should
not-
probably,
Not in Jacksonville, you don't. You say,
Yeah.
shit, that's a dog. I'm out.
yeah. Because when you see one, there's probably more. Yeah.
They send out the little cute dog, so you go like, "Oh, look at the little cute dog," and then then they jump you.
That's
how they get
wolf
you.
tactics. That's actually wolf tactics. They will send out their weakest pack member to like test the prey and see if the prey will take the bait. Then that weak pack member lures them back to where the rest of the pack is laying in ambush, because wolves are fucking smart.
Okay.
You just fart.
All right, I didn't see that on Jacksonville's visit page.
You're not going to.
Come to
This is-
Jacksonville. We have feral dogs.
Everybody's wearing like the attack dog training gear, walking down
The
the
little-
street.
The arms all wrapped up. And shit.
The funniest
that's crazy.
situation I've seen that was Extreme Akeem, the court show,
Oh yes.
which was very short-lived. Local attorney had a court show.
You mean
Here
Akeem and Astapulu?
Akeem Anastapoulos had a TV show called Extreme Akeem, where the defendant and the prosecutor or whoever, the 2 people, they stood in like, it looked like ringed cells, and he had like a big burly security guard with shades on, and he had a bat that said justice. It was the bat of justice, and the people would come in there and they would have their domestic disputes, like money issues or whatever.
Beat him to death. Oh, wait, no.
It was a male gay couple who were arguing over who got custody of the dog now that they weren't together anymore. And it's 10 minutes of them bickering between commercials of bloated feet or whatever. And
Oh,
Catheters.
and then his solution, Judge Extreme Akeem, he slammed the bat down and he goes, "Here's what's gonna happen," in his very South Carolinian
here's what's
accent.
gonna happen.
Here's what's gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna stop being gay.
No, you two are going to go down to the police department, to the K9 unit. We're going to put you in the K9 protective gear, and you're both going to outrun K9 dogs. And whoever runs the furthest gets to keep poodles. And then they would film the couple go down there and get strapped up
What
with the
the
thing, and they
hell?
had to outrun Doberman pinchers, and whoever got the furthest won the case.
Surely Extreme Akeem has the wisdom of Solomon on his side.
Unfortunately, I think they were going to
Justice.
disbar him if he kept doing the show, so they canceled it. Because
Ain't no
otherwise, it would
justice
still be
like
on.
South Carolinian justice.
It was all made up and fake and stupid, and it came on at 11 on Tuesday mornings on some, local channel. If you can find it, it's hilarious. I've seen smatterings of it on YouTube, but I can't find that particular episode.
Sure that wasn't a dream?
Maybe. My college days, I did a lot of drugs, and I stole a lot of old meat from college. So that
Those were professors, man.
They're called aged steaks. Aged.
You throw that loin of steak in the trash bin under the garbage bag, and then when you have to take the garbage out at the end of the day, you've got a saran wrap steak at the bottom that it might have a few juices on it, but it's free. You sneak meat out of the old culinary institutes. Now, speaking of culinary, Kevin's character was eaten.
I don't
remember that.
Yeah, you
I
swallowed
don't-
whole.
I don't know
I have
what
a
you're
solution.
speaking of.
You
What is
swallowed
this? What is this swallowed whole you speak of?
These are just facts. You can pretend to
No,
agree with them or
they-
not. These are facts.
They
You
are
swallowed
not
whole.
facts at all. These are your opinion.
No,
These
And I
are
refuse
recorded
to-
incidents.
I refuse to take your take on this. My
Kevin,
take is
if I
much
was
different.
you and at the mercy of whether or not I'm going to keep your character alive, I'd shut the fuck up and be nice this episode.
I have an idea, though. I'm ready to do this.
What's the idea?
We'll get to that one in the episode. Are we starting right now? Are they here? Are we doing it?
Been recording.
Are we started? We're recording?
Yeah. So my thing was,
It's another banter episode, everyone.
No.
it could be me just saying, here's how the rules are, so here's how it's gonna be. But I want to put it to y'all to what seems fair. Now, Kevin was eaten. He died inside the thing's gullet after it swallowed him whole.
Mm-hmm.
Then y'all
I
killed
didn't-
the thing. You didn't die. You're unconscious. You're at negative. What's your hit points? You're at negative.
I'm at -1. -2.
Just making stuff up. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I'm trying to.
I thought you were really close to being dead if you didn't make your
That's what I
stabilization
remember.
check.
I know I made my
Yeah, you made it. I just thought it was closer than
stable.
-2.
Where is?
If you're looking at Hero Lab, it's under basics. Actually, it's the main portion of the. Oh, I don't know what app.
No, it's
Hero
in
Lab.
under
Basics.
the in play tab.
So this is a
Yeah.
gargantuan creature, right?
I don't see nothing that says place.
Yeah, Frank doesn't know what he's talking about either.
The basics is where all your other stuff is.
Where?
I don't have a basics, but I do have a in play.
In play.
Not a tab. Like whatever tab you're on, you've still got basic skills and feats, armory, gear, specials, and in play.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that doesn't show your hit points, does it? Oh
Yeah.
look, it does.
Mine.
Right under basics.
Basics is for basics.
noob. To answer your question, this is a colossal creature.
So this is a colossal creature. Well, I do have a shield that lets me get up to 2 size categories larger.
Right.
Up
I
to
get +2 to saves against colossal creatures.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like if this creature's sinking, I can dive in, open the mouth, get him out, and get back.
I was gonna send in.
So-
I think I was gonna send in my octopus to try to grab him.
You
Yeah, I
are.
thought we had an octopus in play.
Oh, you do have that.
I would
Was-
totally get to this.
But I've taken 108 lethal damage. I have
You-
99 hit points.
Oh,
So you're at negative.
9.
so-
-9, but my con is a 14.
Okay. Not as close as I thought, but still close.
Yes, very close.
So that's
I
not going
did
to
stabilize.
that's not going to come into play. Here's where the drowning rules are going to come into play, right? Possibly. You're inside this thing's stomach. It's dead. It's not dead. It's down in hit points, but it is regenerating. So you guys have to decide to go save Kevin and stay here longer or flee before the thing regenerates and maybe attacks the boat. And I think you guys had decided to try and rescue Dr. Pox, Kevin.
Just
Yeah.
remember, we know that it's going to regenerate, right?
You've seen it regenerating, yes.
Okay, so yeah. We're gonna stay and try to save him.
I could just
We could-
continue stabbing it.
That's
over
what I
Right,
and
that's what I
We
was
over.
saying.
can keep
I'll send in the
fighting it.
octopus. Somebody keep doing some damage to it to hopefully
Mm-hmm.
keep it unconscious until we can get Dr. Pox out and get the hell out of here.
Okay.
That's the plan.
So here I put it to y'all. Unconscious characters must begin making constitution checks immediately upon being submerged. He's in the thing's stomach now.
Which is full of liquid.
Would y'all say that he is submerged now?
No.
No, he's kind of in a submarine of meat.
Yeah.
this point.
I've seen Pinocchio. I think that's Pinocchio.
Uh-huh.
And
Yes,
also,
that
I
is
think there was an episode of
Pinocchio.
Scooby Doo. In both those instances, I believe that the stomach was not there was air in the stomach as well as water.
In most stomachs, they're not full of acid. You know, if they are, you should see a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think he's not submerged yet, and maybe
So he's not submerged yet. I'll go with that. That sounds fine with me. How fast will this thing sink?
Well, it's tangled up in our rigging. We established that.
No, it's not.
Mm.
I thought that we established that last.
We were going to say it was tied up in the rigging, but we decided not to.
Oh, did we?
You're the only person
Why?
confused by this, Frakes. You brought it up 3 times and he said to say no.
Mm.
Ugh.
Well, we were going to do the if it's moving, if it's whatever, and then we decided not to.
Well, because
that was
the
way before he died.
paralysis never mattered. It never came into play.
Right.
How hard is it to grapple an unconscious creature?
Not hard at all. How hard is it
Because-
to climb
Side
into a
category.
colossal creature's mouth and travel down its throat to rescue a rat person?
Well, let's think about it this way. If I grow two size categories larger, could the boat support me? Is it sturdy enough for that? If I was a huge creature?
You know, it's a
Yeah.
damn shame you guys don't have a wizard that can like teleport in and out almost at will.
I have to know where I'm going. I could get in there, but I couldn't get out.
Yeah, so if I grow 2 size categories larger, I could whip the creature because my whip fucking range would be ridiculous. I can hold it in place because my whip can grapple as long as I beat the CMD as long as it's low enough. But if it's unconscious, that should be pretty easy, I think.
It should be a 10 if it's unconscious, or maybe even an 8.
I don't know. I remember this thing having like 50 something everything, even when it's basically inert.
You
Yeah,
can't
it's
grapple a creature that
CMD
many
and
times.
unconscious is 64. So
So that's out of the question. Never mind.
I could try and cut him out, or I could go in. Fuck it, I'll go in.
64?
yeah,
I'm gonna send in the octopus to get him because the octopus, once it gets in there, if it can jet out in a straight line at 200 feet for a
All
move
right.
action.
So I guess what I would like to know is let's do this, keep this random, okay? The octopus has to go into this thing's mouth and get Dr. Pox. There is going to be an instance where he is unconscious and has to go through the water to get back to the boat.
Mm.
How many rounds will he be unconscious underwater?
Well, if it's say if the octopus can get him and it can jet 200 feet, it has to be like in a straight line. It's like a charge, but
There's
it can jet.
no straight lines climbing through this thing's mouth.
But as soon as
Coming
it's out, though, as soon as it's out, it's going to be one. It's going to be like part of one turn, basically, one move action to be back to the surface, unless we're more than 200 feet submerged.
And that's what I said. What do y'all think is a realistic number for how long is it going to take that octopus to get to Dr. Pox and then get back to the mouth?
Mm.
Because you're saying that the
Can we see the map?
submerged dragon is also full of water as well because
No,
it's
the
unconscious.
submerged dragon is sinking.
Okay, I got you. Oh, how deep it is versus
How deep is
how
it
far
going to
it can
go
get out.
before Octopus gets Dr. Pox and brings him out?
Well, I mean, boats sink pretty slow.
But dragons aren't boats.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
also,
Yeah, and birds
But
fly
you-
pretty easy.
You've already
I'll
accepted. You've already accepted the fact that it has a hollow of air inside of it, so it might not be sinking very fast.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would sink like a rock.
No, I
But,
wouldn't either.
like,
How many rounds do y'all think? I don't
I
think
feel
it's
like the
fair for
octopus
me
can
to
get
do.
to it. It can double move and get to it in one round. I think that's 60 feet of its normal swim speed, and that seems pretty reasonable.
Well, 3
I
rounds is 18 seconds. I'd say 4 rounds.
I'd say at most 2.
24 seconds to get out away from a sinking creature.
What's the strength of your octopus?
It's pretty. It's plus. It's a 24 strength plus 7.
Oh, he's not
pulling
like
is
a
not the
pussy.
problem.
That's what I say. I think a double move. This is what I'm thinking. A double move to get into it and get the cabin. An action to pick him up.
Okay.
Single move to get back out to the mouth. That's 2 rounds, right? And then the third round would be the 200-foot jet to, just rocket him out of the water. So it would be 3 rounds.
Can it jet holding? I mean,
There's
it is small.
no restrictions on it. It's just basically he jets backwards at must be moving in a straight line while jetting and does not provoke attacks of opportunity when it does so. Nothing on it about holding anything.
Okay.
I also think 3 would be very dramatic for dice rolls.
I'm going to do a D4 minus 1.
Okay.
Minimum of 1.
Minimum of 1.
Oh, shut up.
It's not going to be instantaneous.
Imagine.
One. 1. There's only one round, Kevin, that you're going to have to make a con save.
Okay. God,
I want you to roll this dice where we can all see it. What's your con modifier? What's your what's your constitution?
14.
My constitution is 14, so that makes it a +2.
Okay.
And I still have a Benny.
Can you tilt your camera at all?
Yeah, let's see this dice.
Are you
Point-
able to
point
tilt
that
your
camera
camera?
down.
Hold on, let me get back to Zoom. I'm on. I can tilt. I'm on a laptop, so
Yes, tilt your screen down.
He's gonna put the screen down. His computer's gonna shut down.
All right, that's good. Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to find a visible dice that's.
I think this is a
Hold
good
it steady.
one. 15 on the
Oh,
die.
that's
Looks like a 15 to V.
Alright.
That's pretty good. That's a 17.
No, 17.
DC 18. The DC was 10. But if you had failed it, you'd be dead. Period. Because you meet all the
Yes.
other qualifications
Period.
for drowning.
You're already in negative, so yeah, you drown.
Yeah.
Now, here's something else that we haven't taken into account. If the octopus is moving,
Stop trying to
200
kill
feet
me.
straight up,
Stop trying to kill me.
Give us one
We
more
found
check,
out how
Kevin.
to save.
Give us one
Dr.
more check
Pox
just to
might
see.
get
This
the
will fall.
bends.
Give us one more check.
It's not that deep.
200
Freeze.
feet is not enough for the bends.
Give me one more check, Kevin.
It's
Oh
your
my god.
bends are at like 500.
Roll the damn dice.
Give me one more. Give me one more. See, I feel like when he did that, it glitched a little, right?
We can't.
Oh,
you
can't see it back.
Yeah.
Now re-roll
Yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
even
Again, try
okay,
again.
so yeah,
16.
you're good.
That was a 14.
However,
All right.
an octopus has brought a lifeless, nearly lifeless, unconscious Dr. Pox back to the boat,
And it's hungry.
It's hungry.
and it's hungry. Roll initiative.
Yeah, Budro.
So I don't think we need to go to the map. I thought that would be better solved through some discussion of dice rolls. Because if it was up to me, it was gonna you would have had to roll it like 4 times, but that seemed a bit excessive.
Well, I guess you and I were on the same page because I thought, 4 rounds from a sinking thing. That's
Well, nobody said anything more than 4, so I figured a D4. See how quick Nim was with getting his octopus, because actually you had more than one octopus. Was it just one octopus, or was it a
Just
bunch?
one, yeah. But it was in the water, so
Yeah.
it was trying to grapple that thing, I think.
I think the fact that it can move 200 feet in a straight line definitely reduced how long Dr. Pox would be submerged.
Yeah,
unconscious.
because it would have been probably another round or two. Because it can only move 30 feet, like its normal movement speed is 30 feet.
But as soon as Dr. Pox is brought back to the boat, Winsome and his crew hit sails hard, trying to make distance between you guys and the Cestus, which is this aquatic, terrible, fucking aquatic dragon beast.
Yeah,
There be monsters here.
There be monsters here. Fortunately,
Nim's moving to the sands with the Amon when this is all over, far away.
Deal. Teleportation wizard.
Yeah, fortunately, this creature did not just outright attack the boat. So you got that going for you. Your boat is still safe. However, this, while not super intelligent, these things are not completely animalistic, and it may come after you to seek retribution. So the next few days, Winsome and his crew keep the boat at a pretty breakneck speed for as far as boats go. Rest is few and far between, but between that, is anybody here able to... Dr. Potts can be saved, obviously. Somebody here has heal spells. It's not that bad. But Dorian was turned to paste on that. He was outright killed. Does anybody in this party have any ways they can assist Dorian with his being dead?
Eden.
I could ask my god real nice.
Does your character have any action?
How high of a heal check will I need to bring someone back from the dead?
Let me see.
Like a 13 heal check?
A 75.
I guess I was wondering if anybody's class had I can't remember, and I think the closest one would be Sonder, maybe. You don't have reincarnate?
Mm-mm.
Like you can't even...
I'm pretty sure
Oh, wait. Let me see.
reincarnate a druid, I believe. Or
Yeah, druid. Reincarnate is a druid spell.
Is he just druid?
Resurrection. Revive dead. Is that one?
Druid, shaman, or witch. Yeah. Nope.
Doesn't a cleric? It doesn't a war priest get cleric spells?
Oh, good thing I bought that scroll of reincarnate at the last place we went to.
That was really thoughtful.
Oh. I ain't got shit.
I have nothing.
I thought maybe you were at the level where somebody could rest and prep it the next day.
No, we don't have a witch, a druid,
If there was a real cleric in the party, yes.
or a shaman.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look and see if I have anything I could summon that would have that, but I don't have anything.
That's not even a cleric. That's not a cleric spell.
Well,
Resurrection.
reincarnate isn't, but there's
Resurrection.
There's raised dead.
Well, I might be able to get, but I think it's evil, so I can't.
No, resurrection is not evil.
Raised dead.
It's a level 7.
Oracle.
Oh, I could get raised dead at my next level when I can switch out.
Is raised dead the
A
one I'm thinking
spell.
of?
You restore life to a deceased creature. You can raise a creature that has been dead for no longer than 1 day per caster level. In addition, the subject's soul must be free and willing to return. If the subject's soul is not willing to return, the spell does not work. Therefore, a subject that wants to return receives no saving throw. You will take 2 permanent negative levels when it is raised, just as if it had been hit by an energy-draining creature.
You can fix that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just not that pleasant.
I can get rid of negative levels, but for us to do all of this, it would take 7,000 gold total.
Which we have.
I
Yeah.
have. I've
We
got
just have to be level
730.
13 to do it.
I mean,
Well,
That was one hell of a fight. That's all I can say.
Uh-huh.
You all just leveled.
I feel like,
oh, you
'Cause,
can't cast 5th level Oracle spells until.
I can. I just don't have that. I don't have that. I don't know that spell.
She's not a cleric. She has to pick and be done.
No, it's an Oracle spell as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
but
my
she's-
list of spells that I could take, but
Oracle
I
has to learn
didn't
stuff
take
like
that
sorcerer.
spell. Like I take I get new spells when I level when it's time, but that's the only time I get new spells. I can cast any of them.
and I can't cast level 5 spell or cleric spells.
Well, get on with your adventure. I'm gonna go get a beer. Just wrap me up and store
I
me
can-
somewhere.
I can switch out a spell at my next level, anything lower than my highest level, I think.
We might be able to get a
One spell.
resurrection once we get to Sands.
You are heading to Sands.
They have a big magical market by chance.
I don't know. Noom never gave me any backstory on where he came from, so we'll just roll dice randomly and see when we get there.
One of the
Hell
biggest goddesses is the goddess of
Death stuff I think will be taken care of. Magical market, maybe on the fence. I don't think they hate magic, but I don't think they're in love with it. They use spells in their armies. I based this off of Egypt. The ancient one.
Ooh.
He really did leave? That fucking asshole.
He just went to go get a beer.
Well, anyway, I guess y'all just gonna keep him on ice until you get to Sands then?
We do have a bag of holding.
Yeah, bag of colding. Shut up. Yeah,
I was
we
gonna
do
say
that.
just
right?
on the deck.
No, it's a
Anyway.
portable
A
cold.
hole with
Out
the
with the
cold
bird.
stone in it.
Yeah, the portable cold.
Yeah, portable. It's the portable walk-in.
We just leave him on the deck and we shoo the seagulls away when necessary.
And the crabs. Don't forget
Fresh
about the
air will do
crabs.
him good.
Can I do a profession check to gotta keep the body as best I can so I can use this damn dice or roll?
I'm sorry. Give me that again. Sometimes when you talk, I zone out. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Can I use my profession check to make his body last as long as possible?
Yeah. Don't you have the cantrip or whatever? Have you used that before?
I think I have. I can take preserve corpse. I don't have it with. Yeah, I guess I can take preserve corpse. Or restore corpse is what I'm thinking of. Not preserve corpse. Restore corpse. Yeah, I have that. Restore. I'll just do that every day. Keep it
Okay.
looking nice. Ask. Oh, I can ask Dorian questions. Where's all your money?
It was in his pockets. Ha ha ha.
Is
I'm
anybody?
I'm rich with NFTs.
Oh.
Oh, so poor.
Is anybody willing to take inflict harm spells while we're redoing spells?
I told you I took those for you.
Cool, because Vladros'
Yeah.
corpse is looking not so fresh.
Yeah, I took inflict critical wounds and inflict moderate wounds for you. Can I use restore corpse on him too to make his body freshen up? Just, oh, you're looking a little decomposed. Let me just put you back together.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Get your jaw back.
I can keep you looking fresh. I am a mortician, so realign your jaw. I'll even
So-
get you those fancy contacts that close your eyes so you can kind of sleep.
Well, I mean, if you just want to throw a critical harm spell, that'd be just dandy.
Yeah, we got
Well,
days.
I mean,
though.
we're just days. Assume you're healed.
Hand waving that.
Okay,
Days
Yeah.
pass. Over these next few days, Amon, you realize you were heading home to a place that you were once destined to rule and then kind of shunted out of by your evil asshole uncle,
Tried to kill
who
me.
is, as far as you know, the king of Sands now.
That's what I'm assuming, but I'm sure you're gonna do something.
You didn't give me a lot to work with, so I didn't do anything. That's what's happening.
Okay.
Like, This is where you go, is your character just gonna fucking waltz back into town, or like this is on you at this point, noob? So
we're here.
Tell
we're
us about
here.
your world.
you're heading towards Sands. You were shunted out by this uncle who is now king. How are you telling the party
Pharaoh?
to approach this land?
We're a warring country, so a show of power. Oh, I can make it super flash. Let's do it super flashy. I'll make myself real big and walk up on the sands with my fancy piece of paper saying, "This is mine now." At least I think that'd be the most fun.
That's how you want to do it. I need your input.
I don't know. You gotta make me role. I'm bad at role playing, man.
You don't have to role. You don't have to
Yeah,
role
go
play.
with
I
it.
know,
You
but
got
this
it.
is considered role play.
No, it's not.
It's not. This is
I'm playing a role.
It's describing an action.
yeah. It's not the same as roleplay. Roleplay is embodying your character. What you're doing is thinking of what your character might do. That's totally different.
So
Yeah.
bad at. No. Let's just pull up to the dock like normal and just get all up in there. Let's go to the main place and just like, hey, this is mine now. Yeah, that's what we do. We're just gonna roll up there. No actual show of shit. Let's do it that way.
So you're just walking into town.
Yeah. No one's seen me for fucking fuck ton of years.
How long have you been gone?
I was like 10, 15 years, I think.
So you're thinking that you might not be recognized until you get.
Yeah,
all
I
the way
don't
to the
think. Yeah, I
palace?
don't think I'll be recognized till I'm up there.
Do you
Neither
have
then.
a signet ring or something of that nature to prove you are who you claim?
I mean, I have my dad's armor. That's what that helmet I have. God,
Yeah, that's
Are
what I
you
was
wearing
gonna
it
do.
around?
That helmet might. kinda-
Yeah, let's
you get
take
away.
the helmet off until we get into your story to your uncle. Like when we're in front of him and you confront him and present the helmet, put it on, and say, "Now you're my bitch."
How would how would your subjects like respond to you? Do you think they would rally and be excited that you're back? Would they?
Oh God, I did not prepare for this. Y'all got me all fucked up like a pop quiz.
I mean, I'm just throwing some stuff
You've
out.
known this was going to happen for months.
Months?
Yeah.
My vote was to go to
since we
Necromancy
started.
Island.
Not just months. You provided the character backstory.
I know. I've for
Literal years.
Okay,
I like-
okay. If you're having questions, think to yourself, what did Simba do?
God.
He did just stroll up in there. Fuck it, I want to stroll up in there. I don't care if people recognize me. It's my shit. We're doing it this
No,
way.
I
No
can't
one-
really give advice. I'm dead, so.
Yeah, no one hates
I
me.
think his uncle sounds like a real shithead, and that if all of a sudden the fabled prince that was lost or left or whatever shows back up, right?
What's your uncle's name, noob?
Oh God, I lost that notes long ago.
I'm looking at it
Uncle.
right now.
It's
What
I
is
can
it?
easily tell you. I just
Scar. Scar.
I don't think I understand. I went to Wikipedia and just looked up pharaoh names.
Scott. His name is Scott.
Yeah.
It's the Egyptian word for scar.
Starts with a T.
Tetakrapata?
No.
There's a lot of
that's-
T. There's a lot of tatatas.
I know you made like of all the last names you could have picked, noob. With the way you talk, you picked the one with the most T's and U's. There are more T's and U's in that last name than any other word ever written.
Yeah, well.
King Ruti Tutti
Tata-
Fresh and Fruity.
But his first name is Teos.
Oh, Teos.
O-S. So yes, the pharaoh now is Teos.
Fucking asshole.
Setamon. Setamon.
Setamon, yeah. Setamon.
Is that your last name?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You never asked. Ghost
I'm
Dorian.
not asking. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm
can
just
use
a ghost haunting your.
I'm using
Your group-
speak with Dad to keep you like her. I'm usually like a mayor, like a puppet.
The I'm dead thing is fairly recent, Terrence. You guys, these characters have been playing together for literal years.
But yeah, no, I kind of do want to do that thing. I'm just gonna stroll on in there because I wasn't like supposed to be dead or like hated or anything. He's the only one that hates me.
Yeah, but I would.
But he stole your kingdom from you, right? You're supposed to be the king.
Yeah, I was supposed to be dead, so that's why I'm coming back now to take it back.
Right, but
And you don't think he's gonna be like not happy about that? Maybe
He'll be fine. He was like, "Oh,
Get
thank
them-
God, this
That's
sucks.
the conflict. That's
It's the worst job in the world."
That's the conflict, though. Hey, listen, this belongs to me. It's time for you to leave. Because he was a placeholder. I wasn't old enough, I think, is what I've settled on.
Well, let me remind you of your backstory here. Let me just pick up.
You're never gonna get Noob to write another backstory, so you never have.
Yeah,
to
don't. Like, listen,
when your father was Pharaoh, the people were fed, the animals fat, the fields lush with crops. This, however, was not enough. I'm reading from your perspective now. From my uncle Teos Tutesetaman. A cruel man known for murdering his servants for as much as looking unhappy to be around him. And then in parentheses you wrote, "What's wrong? Don't want to be around your lord? Fine. Maybe you'll be happier around the dead. Gods, clap, clap. Take him to the dungeon and have him embalmed. Alive." Screams. And then somebody yelling, "No, please, please." Which could be construed as your writing's really horrendous here.
This is not a strong suit.
It's not. That's fine. That's what makes this funny for me. My father wanted nothing more than to live in his peaceful land, living out his days, giving what he could to his people. My uncle craved power. Teos wants to be an all-powerful warlord, conquering neighboring lands with armies at the snap of his fingers, only because he wants to see blood run in the streets in honor of our name, which he drags through the mud. Like any man of virtue or of evil, death came from my father. Although I suspect foul play, the body was disposed of quickly. For a king must be embalmed fast. It ensures that his body may be perfect for the afterlife. The only thing my father left me was his armor, which you're still wearing, and knowledge of how to care for the dead through his devotion, blah, blah, blah. My uncle, however, never had plans of me making it to age. The king may not only fight for people, but also himself. Sometime in the barracks should give you some hair on your chest, boy. Many years in the barracks is where where Amon acquired his fighting prowess. A week before your coronation, Noob, your uncle decided to celebrate by having you conquer a city, Yharnam. You tried to refuse, but he enacted new decrees that would have had you killed if you refused, or if you weren't successful. He sent you with an understaffed crew on a suicide mission to a city you had no business being in. That's when you prayed to Selkat. She answered your prayers, and a Leviathan broke your ship in two. Maybe the one that y'all just saw.
That's where I recognized him from. I thought it was you.
No. Not a
Good job,
Leviathan,
Tucker.
a Cestus, a sea dragon. And then you were washed ashore in Yharnam, where you've been for the past however long. You didn't really put a time frame on that.
I was thinking like 10, 15 years.
Okay.
He's
So you've
older.
been gone 10 or 15 years.
You're the worst conqueror ever. You didn't even conquer one person.
That's not what I'm about. It's not my thing.
You didn't even sway anybody to your way of thinking or anything.
Not
You
one
didn't conquer
religious
hearts or
convert.
mind.
God, I forgot most of that. It's been like a year and a half since I wrote that.
It's been several weeks since I told you to read it to get ready
You probably
for
did.
this episode.
Yeah,
You said, "I don't know where they're at." I said, "They're on Google Drive." I said, "It's still on Google Drive," because that's how I'm reading it. And you went, "Okay."
Remember how you said you used to do crazy things in your college years? I'm still in my college years, doing crazy things.
But you're not going to college. This is home. This is
Those college years, Coker.
How old are you now?
That's not important. What is important?
It's his doctorate college years.
Yeah, he's an undergrad at this point.
Yeah, I'm going for my PhD and keeping it real.
So with this knowledge, with an uncle who is a bloodthirsty, conquering maniac as the pharaoh of this city, you want to just walk in.
Nope. Because now I remember, and I also remember, had a disguise.
I mean,
Which
I would have
I'm
been
wearing.
fine with the walk in. It would have been more fun.
It does. That's where it seems way more fun and what I want to do as a player.
And your people may be happier to see you
You're
if
probably
this
happy to see
man
me.
is like cruel and blood running in the streets. You know, they might be like, oh my God, it's the rightful prince who's going to save us from this fucking nightmare.
Yeah, and I do have the piece of paper that says, oh, this is from a god, nonetheless.
If only you had a skilled infiltrator and assassin on your team.
Yep. Anyway.
That was alive.
Oh, wait, I guess we could probably try to get Dorian back, is what he said.
Oh, yeah, he's paste.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Oh, yeah.
He's a brown paste. How are we keeping that alive?
So, okay.
He could
if
restore a corpse.
Oh,
yeah,
from
I
the
can
paste?
restore his corpse. Yeah, just like it's a pink.
No.
So how about we do this? Let's make a
He
plan.
just
I'm taking the plan here. We'll
gathers
go
the
in. We'll
blood
take
puddle
Dorian's
together.
corpse. We'll say that we're here to revive our friend because this is what y'all do. We'll take him. We'll get him we'll get him done, and then we'll talk with Dorian, and then we'll get in here and get my shit back and get an army to kill the other guy, so we can stop the world from turning into a dragon.
Succinct.
Break.
I think that was very good. Very good. It's a great plan.
So, gonna go in kind of undercover into town to begin with to get Dorian.
Let's get Dorian back.
Okay.
Let's spend some cash. Get them negative
Now,
levels gone. Get his body.
Before we close out this episode, let's get that taken care of. This is the city that a large percentage of worships death, and finding someone to bring Dorian back to life won't be much of a problem. It is how much does Dorian want to spend? Now you could go with the low cast 1,000 gold, and we could roll to see what kind of race you come back as.
Boo, no.
I mean, you are about disguises.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
It would
No
be a
one
fresh
would ever.
start. What Dorian really wants. I don't know what Dorian really wants.
The raised dead is components is 5,000 gold. You restore life to a deceased creature. You can raise a creature that has been dead no longer than 1 day per caster level. In addition to the subject's soul, must be free and willing to return. Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The subject of the spell gains 2 permanent negative levels when it is raised, just as if it had been hit by an energy draining creature. The subject is first level. Nope.
Is there another option? I have 15,000.
There's the
Trying
10.
to-
There's
We
there's
can
the-
we have
there-
restoration.
Shut up, Kevin. There is the 10,000 gold one, which is just straight resurrection. It functions like raised dead, except you are able to restore life and complete strength to any deceased creature. The condition of the remains at this point is not a factor. So long as some small portion of the creature's body still exists, it can be
Haste.
resurrected.
Here's a blood puddle.
The subject of this spell gains 1 permanent negative level when it's raised, just as if it had been hit by an energy draining creature.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's the 10,000 one that's a bit more of a sure thing.
Well, we
Sounds fine.
Go for it,
we
Kevin.
can restore the levels without a problem. So
It's still an extra 1,000 gold.
I have 316 gold that I will throw down.
You don't
Well,
need
you
to
can
throw anything down.
You can still reincarnate.
You can just look at Dorian's stuff. He has the money.
We can get Dorian the dwarf. Dwarfian.
So going with the 5,000.
I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
make the decision.
Oh no, we're asking you as like, hey, do you want?
I mean, we
the
don't have a
better
choice.
one.
He only had 5,000 gold on him, so that's
No,
all
I
we
have
got.
15.
yeah, no,
Nah,
we could have
we only
that
found
10 grand. That's
5.
crazy.
That's
You're
weird.
gonna find your throat cut if I wake up. Levels and
Must have fell off the boat,
so
the
yeah.
commotion or something.
So we'll spend 11,000 of his gold to get him back to up and ready.
Why 11,000?
To restore.
Because
the
it's just the
permanent negative
component cost is 10,000. Another you have to find somebody to cast it.
And then we'll have to get rid of the negative levels and stuff too.
Yeah, the 10,000 one, there's more with the 5,000 one that's just not great.
Is that a D100 table for what he comes
So
back
for
at?
12,000 gold, you can be back and whole and no negatives, just golden.
I mean, okay.
I could even restore corpse, and I'll what was that? Speak with dead Dorian. How much money do you want to spend to come back?
As much as you need to. Why are you even asking me this nonsense?
All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I'll put
That's what
on
he wants.
sleeves and mini garments. Keep my head down. This is why we're in town. Nothing suspicious here.
Just gonna cut to it. You guys find a person, you spend the money.
Yeah. We all hug.
Does Dorian come back?
Sure. No, I'm gonna say no. That way they can have less loot when they loot my corpse. Yeah, I come back.
Or does do one of your other personalities come back in place?
No, not this time.
Then
That would be interesting if your personalities fought each other to see who actually came out.
Dorian, the last time you were
Unless you want to enforce something like that, like I can.
not this time, no, but that is the Dorian, as you died, the last thing you remember was a dragon attacking you and your double at the point on the ship of the Monochopsis. You are now awake.
Ah!
You still feel the pain. But instantly you know you're not on the boat anymore. The air here is dry. The heat is different. There's sounds of wind, not whipped by sea. It's winds through. I'm assuming it's like a clay city or.
Oh yeah, it's like stone buildings.
Stone and clay.
Yeah.
You hear people, lots of people outside this little ritual chamber where you were brought back.
Yeah.
But you also feel like maybe there was. You can't remember much past or before that, really. You remember bits and pieces of Yarnum. You remember the Fey Realms. You remember the Monochopsis. You remember your companions, but there's a point where you were headed to Kraith, and you can't really remember what happened there. And you feel like you've lost a bit of sense of self. The character Dimitri is gone.
Well, okay. Someone want to reorientate me onto what's going on? Oh, thank you for the resurrection, by the way. I say to the priestess, you've done a wonderful job.
She puts her scorpion titties away and goes, "No problem," and like hobbles out of the room.
I'm about to GTA. I'm about to kill her and get my money back.
My money.
Yeah,
well,
you know,
we're going to get off his resurrection slab and look around and ask where his clothes are. And who wants to update me on what's going on?
Yeah, and I'll update you. We're here.
The camera fades as the group gets together to make sense of what Noob's weird backstory was. Well, they're now in the kingdom of Pharaoh Teo.
Tutetimus.
Pharaoh. I'm sorry, I don't know why those two words together sound weird to me.
Taro.
I thought it was Tails.
Pharaoh Taros. That's hard to say. Pharaoh
Teos.
I feel like I got a lot done this episode.
We came back from the dead.
Well, you know, you've done it like several times. It's not really a milestone in the campaign.
It's your first death, right?
Yes. That I know of.
High five, Mahogany Originals gang.
Woo woo.
All right, we're out of time.
Okay, bye.
Bye, I guess.
Oh man.
See you next week.